Black Forest Labs and Krea just dropped a powerful new fine-tuned version of the FLUX.1 dev model, and this one's called FLUX.1 Krea dev. Now, this isn't just any other checkpoint. This is a new state-of-the-art 12 billion parameter model using the flow transformer architecture, and Flux announced this just yesterday. These models are also available to download in the Hugging Face repository. The models are especially trained and fine-tuned to have less of that AI look, as they put it, focusing more on aesthetic styles and realism in images. This enhances a lot, especially when it comes to human characters in AI-generated images. The texture of the skin, in particular, looks a lot more aesthetic, in a simple way, just better, compared to the normal Flux.1 dev model. When we've played around with the previous versions of Flux.1 dev, it often had that plastic texture, or what we simply call artifacts, especially in human character skins. You'll see that a lot, but using Flux.1 Krea, like I tested a little bit last night, it looks pretty nice. It's actually improved a lot in realism, especially in the details of human characters and even in close-up shots of objects. You can really see the difference with this model, so let's check it out. How can we run this in ComfyUI? Well, it launched with day 1 support, so actually, this is just a Flux.1 dev model, meaning it should run without any problems in ComfyUI since the architecture is fully compatible, as already stated. You can just run it the same way you do with Flux.1 dev image generation models in ComfyUI. So first, let's check out the model files, how to download them. You go to the Black Forest Labs Flux.1 Krea dev repo, then go to the Files and Versions tab. You'll see the Flux.1 Krea dev safe tensors file. This is originally published by Black Forest Labs. Now another way, which uses less VRAM, is using quantized models. And here, I found a pretty good quantized model repo on Hugging Face. They have a Flux.1 Krea dev gguf repo, and within it, different quantized replacement models you can download, basically ranging from Q2 to Q8. There are models available to suit any size of GPU VRAM. I've downloaded the Q4 version to try out using Flux.1 Krea with this gguf repo, and I've also downloaded the official model from Black Forest Labs to compare. I'm going to try loading both in ComfyUI right here. It's a very simple workflow, Flux is really easy now. After over a year of development, everything's very stable and already running smoothly in ComfyUI. So just use the same setup you'd normally use for text-to-image generation with Flux.1. But one thing you have to change is the model. Where you usually use Flux.1 dev, now we're going to use Flux.1 Krea dev, which we downloaded from the Black Forest Labs Hugging Face repo. The other option I mentioned, the quantized model, is the Q4gguf. So let's check out the first one using the safe tensors file. I've got some text prompts ready to play around with. The first one I tried uses a Sin City theme, trying to generate a similar character holding a pistol, and it looks like even on the second sampler, using denoise at 0.5, it added more detail to the lighting, and the pistol itself is getting clearer compared to the first sampler. It's been fine-tuned, and of course, it gives better quality for human characters, more aesthetically pleasing. And I'm going to try another text prompt now, something more like a landscape-style image. We'll try a few of these. We'll also load up both Flux.1 Krea and the normal Flux.1 dev to see the difference. Here's the first image generated. As you can see, after the second sampler, it's a lot clearer on the trees and everything, even though this is only 1024 pixels, not a huge size, just for demo. The first case with 20 steps still manages to get a pretty nice landscape view. I'm using the same seed here. Well, I said random seed. But I'm actually connecting the same value. Some people asked about that before, and honestly, it doesn't really matter because I'm sharing the same seed number. Even with multiple samplers, it runs just fine. Now here I tried another image prompt. On the first sampling, the water looks way better than what you usually get with the Flux.1 dev model. You've got sunlight reflection on the water, shadows covered properly, the overall aesthetic has really improved a lot. And even on the second sampler, after adding another 20 steps at 0.5 denoise, I should probably go lower because I don't really like hiding too much noise on the second pass. Sometimes, keeping it around 0.25 keeps it more natural and avoids that overprocessed AI look, and this model definitely improves that. Next up, I'm going to try a lifestyle image with a character-centered composition and see how it does. And it looks pretty nice. As you can see, even the background, people are wearing unique jackets, and the banners on top of the buildings have different text. It's not repeating the same text across every banner like some AI models used to do. The first sampler image, it's not super detailed, but it's still able to create, especially in terms of the character's aesthetic, and it got a pretty good hand, 5 fingers holding a cup. On the second sampler, still 5 fingers on both. Nice. Now next up, we're going to travel to different places, this time more stylized scenes. And here, the first sampler actually did pretty well. The second sampler? Maybe it's too much. I feel like the sharpening on the edges of every object went a little overboard. Might need to tone that down a bit. But again, on the second sampler, we do get more detail on smaller objects, and it still keeps the original form and shape from the first image. Looks pretty nice. In this fine-tuned model of Flux.1 Krea, we can definitely say it's an upgrade. Now let's check how the original Flux.1 dev compares. So I've got another diffusion model loaded here, and I'll connect it using this K-sampler. The top one will stay as Flux.1 Krea. Same setup. We're using the same text prompts, same seed numbers, same dimensions, same settings. Only difference is in the second sampler. I'm going to set the denoise back to 1.0 since we're not doing image to image. Now let's try another text prompt. Looks pretty cool on Flux.1 Krea. Here's Flux.1 dev. The original model, it's still able to generate what we asked for based on the text prompt, but when you compare it side by side with Flux.1 Krea, let's bring in the model loader so we can easily tell which is which. So basically, two image models, same settings, same seed. They generate pretty similar compositions. But look closely. The water in Flux.1 Krea is way better. See those little waves on the side? With Flux.1 dev, it's just flat. And the character itself, yeah, even without upscaling, you can see the texture of the long jacket in Flux.1 Krea looks more natural, more aesthetic. Next, we're going to generate some more images, but still keeping that realism. And here's a big difference between the fine-tuned model and the original Flux.1 dev. Both models create similar compositions, but look at the skin. Flux.1 Krea is obviously better. The skin looks more natural, less AI look, less plastic. You don't get those artifacts that Flux.1 dev used to give. And the guitar player in the background, way better in Flux.1 Krea. The details, the texture, even the wall texture is way improved. Next image I tested, a man as a traveler looking around on the street. Both models can create the composition, but so far I see that Flux Krea has more realism. Look at the texture of the pants, the leather jacket. It should look rich with wax canvas texture leather. Flux.1 dev makes it look like cheap leather. Anyway, moving on. Next up, another image. This time, an artist playing guitar on the street. No question, Flux Krea wins here. The artifacts and plastic texture from Flux.1 dev are just too much. When this AI image first launched, a lot of people complained about it, and now it's good to see they've fixed it. Less AI look, as they call it. And it's true, it's improved a lot in Flux.1 Krea. I really like this. It's great to see AI models not just staying the same, but actually improving, especially when companies collaborate to make them better. One last test. I'll do one more and see how it turns out. Okay, so obviously, I prefer the one from Flux.1 Krea, but just the structure of the image. You've got people walking behind, it feels more realistic. You're not the only one on the street, like nobody else on Earth, right? Flux.1 Krea feels more natural. Meanwhile, the output from Flux.1 dev, you can feel that AI look. The character just feels artificial compared to this one, which looks more lifelike. I think the trend is going this way, not just in AI images or videos, but in product design and design in general. Right now, everything's moving toward more natural styles instead of oversaturated colors, overprocessed upscaling, or artifacts in upscaled image and video. For me, I'd much rather go with that natural look and feel. So check it out. FLUX.1 Krea in ComfyUI. Also, on Hugging Face, they've got the safe tensors files for ComfyUI, plus the tokenizer, text encoder, and transformer for diffusers. Just one code snippet, and you can run it using diffusers to generate images. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a nice day. See ya.